All these rumors are fun to talk about. And Red Bull hasn't blown up yet.
Alex Albon's birthday, and his gift, Logan Sargent's car.
With the drain covers, why is this such a big issue?
That's what I'm saying. Alonso more and more is looking like Aaron Rodgers.
He's geriatric. We just kind of want him for merit mark.
You cannot win a constructors battle when your second driver is not performing.
Grab your popcorn, folks. Things are getting crazy.
Hey guys, and welcome back to Lights Out Latest. My name is Marina, and here with Jason, Sydney, and Christina. First time, this is going to be like the new crew. Obviously, people will filter in and out. If you missed Steven and Tristan, they will still be on occasionally, but this will be the new, like, semi-permanent crew. Christina's been on a couple times. We all know who Christina likes and cheers for. But Sydney, if you want to introduce yourself briefly and just say who you're a fan of.
Yeah, so I've been a Formula fan for a couple of years now, but if you can't tell, Ferrari is my team.
Good.
Big Charles fan, but I like Max. I'm an Oscar fan. I like most of the rookies who've came up this year. So I don't really dislike anybody. So that's a crazy thing to say, but crazy take. But I don't dislike.
No,
that's not a crazy take. Hate is overrated.
It is. It really is. I don't completely, but I have my opinions.
Yeah.
Have my opinions on people. So as time goes on, you'll see that come out.
Yeah.
You'll see it come out today, too.
Well, as always, we'll start with the news. Max drove this weekend in GT cars around the Nürburgring and did get his GT3 license. He talked about kind of wanting to do the 24 hours. I always love when I see him racing other things because it's like a little side quest for him, whereas a lot of people that are racing these other races, that's like their full-time job or like whether it be like full racing or e-racing or whatever. But I don't know what y'all saw about it.
Who's going to get their license next outside of F1? That's an F1 driver.
Oh.
Who's next?
Well, does Fernando have his
Nando?
I think he has one.
Does he have his?
He's raced in Le Mans, so he does have one.
Well,
at least a Le Mans one.
Him and Max have talked about doing all the side quests, the Triple Crown. They've talked about wanting to go do it.
Charles wants to do that with his brother.
I was gonna say exactly that, like Charles, so that he can race with Arthur.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that it's also interesting. I wanted to point out that they added a bunch of grandstands at the Nürburgring because Max was going to be there, and they did fill them for the most part. They expected over 50,000 fans in the weekend, where without Max they probably would have had almost none. Not 0, but very limited amount of fans. But it's Max, and I liked that he didn't use his Franz Hermann name. He used
I don't
Max.
think he can because it's an actual race. Because he's not allowed to use a fake name.
Well, right, but people were making memes about it online, which I thought was funny.
Yeah.
But other than that, the only real other news we had this week was the fact that Oscar
it was actually 2 weeks
ago,
ago,
but we never really talked about it.
Something like that.
Oscar has become the defending champion of Girl the Grid. He won last year. He won this year.
And he wants to win a third.
He does. I think it's really funny how much he cares about it.
I don't think it's funny. I think it's amazing. I love it.
I think it's great.
But the other drivers, they don't seem to care too much. A couple of them do.
Someone cares more about this sometimes than he does racing, and I think it's so funny.
Absolutely.
But it was when they asked him, they were like, so what are you going to do with it? Do you have the other? And he was like, yeah, no, that one is on full display, and this one will go right next to it. I actually have to get more storage in my living room to fit it there, but it is going on display. No, I'm not. I still have it. Of course I have it. He was like, how dare you assume I don't keep these trophies? I love winning Girl the Grid every year.
Funny.
This reminds me of when Lewis Hamilton, he was getting a pole position trophy. I think it was in 21. And he's like, where do they go? Who gets these? And the guy giving him was like, oh, it's for you. He's like, no, I always sign them and I never get them. Do you send them to me? He's like, I'm missing my pole position tires.
Oh my gosh, that reminds me.
Does the team have them?
Could you
imagine?
I don't know.
He straight up asked the guy giving it to him, oh, I want these in my house and I'm not getting them. Where do they go?
Oh my gosh, Marina, that reminds me. Nico moved apartments. Him and Lewis are no longer neighbors.
You did text me this.
Oh.
So
that's a tragedy on my part.
So Christina sent me a text. She goes, "Did you see the Nico and Lewis news?" Mind
That's
you,
not Nico Lewis.
this could have
news.
been
Nico and Lewis news.
this could have been anything. And mind you, this
He
week,
talked about it on a podcast.
Oh
That's
my
how I
God.
found out. That makes it news.
Coming off of silly season.
yeah, at the very
You text
beginning,
that.
at the very beginning of this week, I saw a post from James Fowles
I thought she'd have a funny reaction.
That
That brings
was
me
like-
good news.
that was like a tribute-ish to Lewis. And I was like, immediately, me and like everybody else in the comments as well, they were like so confused because I thought
still
Lewis
haven't
announced
seen
his
that.
retirement. And so
that was
I'm
like,
like,
the whole all
no.
mauve,
Yeah.
all mauve news where it was like something's coming. Everyone's like
Yeah.
retirement.
I was like,
retirement,
guys, if
like,
you
what
go
the
to
hell?
his Almavic Instagram, it literally says something new coming on the 8th. Do your,
I
like,
didn't
if you
think
just
he was
like looked into it.
retiring.
but I don't think it's retiring. And I did like immediately I go to Lewis's account and everything, and like nothing's posted, whatever. I was like, cool. Like I can breathe, like fine. Because as much as I think he's heading towards washed, I still think he's important for the sport. I think
Be
he's still enjoying
careful.
himself.
What you say about the Chinese sprint winner of
Yeah,
2025?
this Chinese sprint winner
I
bullshit.
can
I
only
hate
defend
it.
him so
He
far.
won.
I can only
You can't
defend
argue
him
with
so
winning.
far.
But so when Christina texted me, Nico, did you see the Nico and Lewis news? I'm thinking Nico's an older driver. Did they both
No,
retire?
Nico's a Monaco-based YouTuber, but somehow he beat 2 7-time
Yeah,
world champions.
you don't know
So-
everyone's favorite Monaco-based YouTube driver. I can't
YouTuber.
the YouTuber.
There you go. But yeah, I think
It's
it's
a great day.
I think
Yeah,
it's a great.
No, he was like, yeah, no, I moved apartments. Me and my friend Lewis, he called Lewis his friend on the podcast, are no longer neighbors.
A lot of the drivers are moving these past
Yeah.
week. Albon.
Charles
Charles
and
and-
Lewis are moving not together, but into the same apartment
What
building.
did the tax laws
Not
change
together,
in
though.
Monaco? Or they like
I
aren't
don't
as
know.
advantageous?
Or
so
Or maybe
they-
they're getting money and upgrading. Because Charles,
I
if
don't know.
he posted some posts, and if that's his new apartment, that is a major upgrade from his old apartment that we've seen in YouTube videos.
Yeah, because his old apartment is big for Monaco standards. It's like being big for New York, but
Is
it
it
wasn't
still
Something with
huge.
his girlfriend, maybe? Or
Maybe they're like officially like co-signing.
Well,
like,
wasn't
moving
he
together.
something with
like
his puppy?
I don't know.
between
Yeah,
like
puppy.
3
Something
or
with Leo?
4 different girlfriends over the past 5 years?
Charles?
Yeah.
What? Eyes on Gio.
No, I thought two.
Oh, okay.
He's
well,
had what?
I don't know
He had,
as
like,
much.
Alex.
Charlotte.
He's been
And
dating
Charlotte.
Alex since 2023.
Oh, okay. So it's
Yeah.
been a while.
We
Okay.
It's
So-
been a hot minute, and they have Leo.
Yeah. And
So-
unlike what people
They
say,
have
this
Leo.
is the first girlfriend he's gotten a dog with.
and he's
That's a
adorable.
big step.
It is a big step. But speaking of dogs, because I remember hearing about this in the yearbook. If you watched Girl the Grid, they also released like a similar style video where they did like the F1 yearbook for the year and asked the drivers questions like who has the best hair, and the drivers each voted. We want to go through who they voted for and whether or not we agree.
I have some opinions.
Yeah, Christina kept pausing it, being like, "That's crazy. I don't.
That's
agree with
wrong.
this.
I was like,
wrong."
that's not how math works. I was
So,
like, no.
For me, the first one is right. Best hair, Carlos.
Oh,
I
yeah.
agree.
Agreed.
Okay.
Although
best-
some of them were like
He's a
saying Nico
model.
and
Well,
things, and I
hold
was
on.
like,
I
He's a
got a
literal
pick
model.
for next year.
Yeah.
I got a pick for
you
next
got to pick
year.
for next
For
year.
next year,
Esteban Ocon because he got a hair transplant. This
Did he?
year.
No, that was
Also-
Pierre Gasly.
Pierre
Pierre
definitely
got the
did. Did
transplant.
Esteban also
Oh,
get
Max
you're
was
right.
literally
Pierre
talking about
got
it in
the
the
transplant.
thingy. He
You're
was
right.
like,
Yeah.
well, you know, Pierre upgraded
Gasly
his
got it.
hair,
Yeah.
Because he was talking
So
about
Pierre's
that.
on deck for next year.
which
okay.
to me sounds like a
But
confirmed hair transplant.
Carlos is
Oh no, it
still...
was. You saw it shaved
what?
in
He
the
talked
off
about
season.
it.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
never
Talked
seen him
about it.
talk about it. I
Yeah.
just know everyone was like, no, he got a hair
He
transplant.
like posted about it somewhere.
I thought he did,
I don't
but I'm
know.
not sure.
All I know is,
But I'm-
but because I've heard so much about hair transplants. Whenever I hear the word Turkey, I'm like, yes, when you go to Turkey, you get a hair transplant.
Yes.
Love it. All right, best dressed Lewis.
I agree.
That's
He's
valid. I think there are
definitely-
some contenders for it, but that does track.
No, I think there's a bunch of contenders. Especially, we could go in the other direction and go Wags too. Like they
Yeah.
all looked great.
Yes.
They all look
But
phenomenal.
I think Lewis takes
Well, you
the
see,
wag.
Lewis is the one that focuses the most on his style. Mm-hmm.
He's also had the one who's had the longest like free reign. Because like some of them, it's like, oh, you have to wear team kits at least like certain
Yeah.
days, so
Yeah,
you can
and
only
he's been
dress
able
up.
to, like,
He
wear
does that
whatever he
like every
wants.
day. He wears
Yeah.
whatever he wants.
One
So
of
that
the
does
drivers said it in the thing where it's like Lewis is best dressed, even if you don't always love his style. He's
Yeah.
always on point.
And I think his partnerships help with that too.
Yeah.
A lot.
improve. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I called it out in the video when they said who's the best dressed. My first answer was Lando.
And I
And
loved that for
Christina
Marina.
was shocked.
I was shocked,
am
and I loved it though.
Because Christina can attest to
has
this
a
from
good
the house.
style.
I'm very like more like I don't want to say bland, but I'm more into like the blacks, the whites, the grays, the tans, and I feel like that's more Lando.
To me, that just gives sad, and
I feel like that's more Lando. Like if he's not wearing the like orange papaya
that's kinda
like
like
merch,
Yuki
then he's
wears
wearing
some
more like
good
blacks
stuff.
and whites.
he's got a good
Style,
style. Yeah.
But I think Hamilton is more stylish.
Yes.
Yes.
See, what I
Yes,
like to
I
play,
agree
the
with
game
that.
I like to play every race is which McLaren driver is best dressed for the weather. Because they
Yeah.
never match the weather.
They
So
don't.
it's like,
They don't.
don't look at the weather, look at the McLaren drivers. What do we think the weather is and who is correct?
No, do
If
you
you
know
just saw
what?
them, you wouldn't know what the weather was.
No.
You know what we need to base it off of? We need to base it off of how they dressed for the F1 movie premiere because Yuki was on some
No,
crazy
can
stuff.
we-
for that.
Yuki
They were
has
all-
style.
The F1
Hot take, they were
movie.
all dressed badly.
They
for
all looked
that
like they were
movie.
going to a
No,
funeral.
Charles looked like the best, and Lewis
No, who
also
looked
looked
good?
the best.
Max.
Hold on, let me look. Let me look
I
at
think
this
they
photo.
all.
that was
You
funny.
all know
like,
what photo I'm talking
I've
about,
seen
right?
people like
Yeah.
talking
Like,
about it, and they're like,
Lewis,
most of their outfits look like they just like they
Charles,
would look good. They just needed a little more
Pierre.
tailoring to fit them better.
Yeah, I mean,
It's like
Yuki
none of it was really their
was
normal style.
wearing a shirt like 7 times too big.
Yeah,
That's his
And-
thing.
that is his thing.
I will say, I think
He's a short
Gabby
king.
looked really nice
Gabby
for the
looks
premiere.
good. Gabby
Yeah.
usually looks really good.
What is he
Lando,
Yeah, see, like they all looked nice, but at the same time, it could have
Hadjar
been
was
better.
wearing Air Forces.
Okay,
yeah,
and?
that was
Yeah.
questionable in my opinion for a movie
With
premiere.
a suit jacket? No.
And I think the arms for his suit
That gets
jacket were
too
slightly
Yeah,
too short.
I think when it comes to award shows, they could up their game.
they could all. I
They
mean,
could up their
Gabby's
game.
also
Yeah.
wearing tennis shoes, and he's on him and
Tennis
Ollie are on
shoes.
their tippy
They're called
toes.
sneakers.
I think they were doing
Sneakers,
that just for
same
fun.
shit.
I think Lando's also in trainers, sneakers, whatever we want to call them.
Yeah, but I think the white trainers blend more than
Yeah.
like Isaac's, for example.
Okay, so that was best hair and best
That would
dressed.
be the only
Yeah.
caveat is if we want to see drivers like fully dressed up and not just literally walking into work.
yeah.
No,
Like,
I'd
Lewis
rather
gets
just see him
super
walking to
dressed
work.
up walking into work, right? For the
Don't put too
movie
much thought
premiere,
into this, guys. That's not what we're focusing on. You know, that's my
fine.
thought.
Where Lewis wins them both either way. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
fair.
okay, fair
Yeah.
enough.
Best dog dad, they also
Okay.
voted Lewis.
I love what Alex said. He was like, "I want to be Charles's dog," because he was like, "You get taken
I
on a
say,
PJ everywhere.
Charles
You live a luxurious
I have
life."
an argument
and I was
for
like,
Lewis's
"That's
dog
valid."
when you're done talking about
I
Leo.
think Lewis wins, but Charles is cuter.
Yes.
This
I
is
love
true.
Simba
Yeah.
too.
This is
I
true.
love Simba. So
But don't forget,
Pierre's
like,
also
I think
on the list.
Lance Stroll also has a dog. Nico Hulkenberg has a
You don't
dog.
see
Max has a dog.
You
Yeah.
don't see him.
Although what
yeah.
confused me was Lando said him for best dog dad, and I was like, Lando, you're a dog uncle. You don't have a dog as of I know.
Yeah.
But Max Futrell, his best friend, just got a dog recently. They named him Rio. It's adorable. It's also a mini dachshund. And
Cute.
he finally got all his jabs, and he can travel now. So how long till Lando kidnaps him?
So you have an argument for Lewis, Jason?
Yeah, because I remember there's a piece, it had to be like 5 years ago at this point. It was maybe 2018, 2019, about Lewis. He was talking about his dogs, right? And he's like, well, they're like kind of like pug mixes, and they have notorious like breathing problems. And Lewis was aware of that. He's like, yeah, we actually have them go through a study and are treated for their breathing problems. So just for that puts him ahead.
And I think his dog has a full caregiver that he pays
Oh, yeah.
for too.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that also
I think
upgrades
He's a
it.
very
Roscoe-
good dad to Roscoe.
Yeah,
He doesn't
Roscoe's
just have a
very
dog to have
good
a
dad
dog.
to Roscoe.
Roscoe stays with that I know if he stays with the family in the States. So he I think the way like Lewis has always talked about like he's still getting all the love and he like is not at this age like he's a very old dog so he shouldn't really be in this like lifestyle of like always on a jet and stuff and with breathing problems whatever. So he stays with the family and so he still gets all his love and whatnot and then Lewis goes and visits him. I think my take is Lewis is the best dog dad for all the reasons we've talked about. Charles is the cutest dog dad. Like
Because
Yeah.
then
the
you
most
see Leo
public.
dropped in the paddock and he goes nuts and it's the
Yeah,
funniest
it's
thing
the
ever.
Cutest,
Yeah.
funniest thing. So
Simba's kind of just there.
Simba's adorable.
Sorry, Simba. Love
I
Simba,
think
but like,
Simba- Simba
I
you
think
don't see
Kika
enough.
is
He's
the best
adorable.
dog mom.
yes,
Yes.
Kika is the best dog mom. Alex is
Yeah.
a close second.
Yeah.
Arthur is the funniest uncle.
Oh yes.
Yes.
I love seeing Arthur
yes.
with Leo. It's
Them
hilarious.
together is like the funniest.
Yeah, because you've like maybe you've seen the TikToks, maybe not, where it's like they'll be like Leo with Charles and he's a mess and he's like all crazy,
Yeah.
and then Leo with Alex and he's perfectly calm, and Arthur is Charles's brother, so he is also just
Insane.
chaos and love it.
All right, best bromance.
Okay,
They said Carlando.
technically
is
they didn't put
Carlando.
I think it's
Carlando, but I changed the writing on there to say Carlando because that's what it.
Did they
It
say
is.
Carlos and Lando?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
probably.
I think
but
it
like,
is.
well, actually, they didn't say anything. They just posted a picture
Okay.
of them sitting next to each other. But I wrote down Carlando because that's what they're. known
I
as.
think it's Lestappen.
I don't know if that's a
No.
bromance
No.
though. It's kind of like a
Stop it.
frenemies enemies thing.
They're
I don't
not
know.
enemies.
No, they're not enemies.
They're
They're
frenemies.
But like, yeah, I do think Lestappen is up there.
Lestappen
Yes.
is up there.
I can see the argument for Carlando though.
Yes,
no, I
I
think
see the
Carlando
Carlando.
is a long-standing one.
I also
and
see
think
like
that
the
one
George and
withstands
Alex.
it.
Yes.
That would be up there.
Yes, all like the old ones that have
Yeah.
withstand like
the test
the
of time.
Yes.
Yes.
The test of like we're fighting each other on track. But
Yeah,
like,
that's kind of why like
love each other off.
Lestappen's kind of been like the backwards. They were enemies as children and are now becoming
Yeah.
now they're like friends and stuff.
Here's
think-
another one, Max Daniel.
yes.
Yeah, but they were only doing current grid. If it wasn't
if it
current grid,
wasn't-
If it
yeah.
wasn't current grid, I think they're like the all time for me.
Mhm.
The other one that I was gonna say is, which I think is underrated, is Carlos and Charles.
Yes.
Eh.
Do you not?
You could
see
do
them right still to this
They're
day?
still
I mean, there's
so cute.
still-
There's
They're
also
still,
there's
like,
also
talking to
Charles
each
and
other.
Pierre.
There's also
But they're
Charles.
like a bro TP. They're not like
Yeah.
a.
yeah.
They're just like best friends. They're not
Yeah.
kind of like a like grid thing.
They're
I
not
feel
giving.
like.
They're not. They don't give bromance. They give best friends.
They don't give like
Yeah.
F1 bromance. They just give like best friends.
Yeah. We don't
Yeah.
ship them.
No.
Not like that. Not the way everybody's talking about bromances. Like, I feel like that's the closest way you could call it.
Like they're
so-
just best
social
friends.
media
You don't like
basically
see them
ships
like
them.
fighting on track. Like these other guys, you see them fighting on track, and they're like best friends off.
Yeah.
No, so I think we've got a Lestappen and Carlando at the very top.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
just don't see Lestappen as much, but that's
Really?
okay.
I feel like you saw it more in past years, especially
Yeah.
coming off
It's
of like
also
22.
like who goes on vacation with each other?
Almost nobody.
Nobody.
George and Stroll. I meant not George and Stroll.
George and Alex.
George and Alex.
No,
And Carlando.
George and Alonso have been called out together multiple times.
They go to parties
They go to
together.
parties.
Yeah.
They go to
Such
parties.
a weird combo.
It is.
Well,
such a
if you want to
weird
do that,
combo.
Max and Toto are out going
was
on
just gonna
vacation
say.
together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Toto isn't a driver
Just gonna say.
anymore. But
Oh, of the team principals, best bromance.
Toto and Christian.
Or
no,
I mean,
no.
there's Toto
It's
and Vasseur.
somebody and Vasseur.
That's a good one.
It's
Toto and
somebody
Vasseur.
Vasseur is a, like.
Vasseur is friends with so many people.
It's not
Vasseur
James
and
Vowles and
everyone.
Toto. They're
I
not.
like James Vowles, but I don't think
The
that
Vowles
he's
I
like
used
bromance
to
with
like,
anyone.
and then I started to not like.
I don't like James Vowles. I hold a grudge.
So I don't.
think
I
he's
know
one
why
of the
you.
best team
I know why
principals.
you don't like James
I
Vowles. Why don't
kind
you
of-
like James Vowles?
Sergeant.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, same reason.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
cool.
hold a grudge. Girl holds a grudge.
I love James Vowles.
I love
'cause
Logan.
Me too. I think he could have. I think James could have
He could
handled
have
that
handled it
better.
better. He could have handled it better. 100%.
And it's all his
I
fault.
used to
but
like it,
for
and
not
then I feel
handling
like
it
that
better.
situation just got out of hand.
Yeah.
So bromance for team principals, we're going Toto
Do we
and
wa-
Fred.
ooh, after we're done with this, do we want to go through the rest with team principals?
No.
No.
Nah.
Okay.
I mean, we can.
if we have time.
I think Toto's best hair.
Yeah.
For team principals,
Yeah.
Best dressed. None of them.
Toto
All the
or
boys
James.
were teams
Susie.
here.
Susie.
Susie. Susie wins. Best dog. Mom. Dad. Do any of them
Who
have?
has dogs?
I want to
Who
say probably
brings
Susie.
dogs?
I want to say
I
Toto.
was gonna say I think the wolves are
They-
Christian.
They've got like 3 kids.
Christian has dogs. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Gertie has dogs. I think.
Does Christian count?
No. He's gone.
I feel like I don't know enough about the current ones to care.
Okay, Brainiac.
They put George. The answer is Oscar.
No, it's George.
It's Oscar.
The answer is Oscar.
George.
It's either Oscar or Kimmy.
George feels like a
Oh,
stereotypical.
yeah.
Kimmy
like,
knows
British
every
Oh my gosh,
race
boy.
time
have
he's
you
ever
seen
had.
He knows his, he
knows
knows Ollie's,
every-
he knows like any teammate
Ooh,
he's had
hot
during
take.
the thing.
Ocon.
He'll tell you a lap
Esteban.
time.
Yes.
Esteban.
Hot.
bad.
That's
Yeah.
not a hot take. That's
No,
valid.
but like
Esteban
not-
knows everything.
Max is not a bad choice either.
But no,
Max
for like
isn't either.
Kimmy's Brainiac thing, he knows lap times, fastest lap times. So they'll be like, Kimmy,
He does know
2018 fastest lap time of Ollie
I love
in
that video.
free practice 1, and he'll have an answer.
I love that video.
I know,
Yeah.
and I was like, so
Well,
yeah.
the
No, I think
previous
that's a
used
good
to be Vettel, but also Max is really.
Vettel.
I think
is
our
the
top
all-time.
contenders should be Kimmy, Oscar, and Max.
Yeah, I don't think George is in that. I
No.
don't see George being in that.
George isn't a
Brainiac.
brainiac. He just wants
He's
to
a
be
control
nerdy.
freak.
He wants
Yes.
to be nerdy. He's got his PowerPoints and his Excel sheets, and that's it.
Yeah. Okay. Class clown.
Yuki.
Yuki's valid.
Yep.
Yuki's valid.
Or
I could see a contest for like Lando, or if we had Daniel.
Yeah.
Daniel would
Or
be.
Daniel would
Ollie.
take the cake. I
Sadly.
think
Ollie.
Ollie's up there.
But Ollie has to be with Kimmy.
Kimmy.
Yep.
It's not one on the other. It's together.
Stealing wallets.
I can get behind Yuki.
Credit card fraud. Love
Like
it.
I think they can. I think Yuki. I can. That's
I can get
valid.
behind Yuki. The clip they showed of
Yuki
him hitting
is-
Laura Winters with a ball on accident.
Was funny.
Hilarious.
Too
Yeah.
bad for
the Red
Laura,
Bull
but
like truck video is
Yes.
one of my favorite
That is
videos.
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Always late. They said Alex.
I think
don't
Charles.
know,
I was like
but
Charles.
I think Charles is usually.
I
up
feel
there.
like
one of
if you-
Charles constantly being late to the national anthem.
Yeah.
It was just the other day.
Yeah.
That
and
was
earlier
just
this
the
year
other day.
too.
The
the other
Last
day
year.
it was Max, Charles, Fernando, and Lando.
Lando.
They were running like sprinting to the national
Yes.
anthem, which is hilarious.
I'm like, when I think of Alex, I don't think of him being as always late. If I think of Charles, it's up there. It's closer to the top of my head when it's like,
Charles is always late.
man's gonna be late. Just like it fits my brain.
yeah.
He'd be late. to
Like
his
him
own,
forgetting
like,
his brother.
party. Yeah.
That reminds me of being late. He was in a rush because he was running late and he forgot about his brother.
He just left him there.
I
That's
don't know that. I
Charles.
don't know if that's what happened, but that's what
That's what social
how
media saw.
it feels like that.
Magazine cover.
Lewis.
They said Lewis. I think
Charles.
Charles has more magazine covers than Lewis does.
I think
Well,
Lewis
it's who would most
has
likely be the
more.
best on a magazine cover and things.
I
And I
think
was
Lewis
like,
has more, but I
Charles.
think Charles or Carlos.
Well,
would be.
oh, that's a good thing. You
Any
think,
Ferrari driver.
yes, any
Yeah.
Ferrari driver, past, present, future.
you see, with Charles, he's had more because Armani puts him everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
But like Lando, not Lando, no.
Who's his Monaco
Carlos
sponsor?
would be the best
Lando?
one.
APM.
APM.
APM Monaco.
And,
Yeah, they put him everywhere too.
I love the APM Monaco ads of Charles and Arthur.
and Lewis.
Yeah.
But Lewis is on a lot more stuff than you would think, but you just
Yeah.
don't really know.
Well, I think
So
that
is Rosberg. Rosberg
Yeah.
was on a lot of stuff.
That's what I mean.
But I
They
feel
were
like
on
they
a
were
lot.
saying like
For
fashion
Hugo
magazine.
Boss. When
Yeah.
Hugo Boss.
Like who would be a fashion magazine cover? I think it's between Charles and Lewis.
All right, yeah.
I agree because I think
Yeah.
I think Lewis has been on more magazines that like I wouldn't consider like he's on a magazine cover,
But
but
it's
it's
not
not
necessarily
That
fashion.
could be anything.
Could be like
Yeah.
Time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
That's what I
something
mean.
like
He's on a
that.
big-
Max has been
he's
on
on a
Time
lot of, like,
magazine
sports
covers,
stuff,
so
too, so
yeah,
it's like-
exactly.
That just brought my brain thought of something not related to F1 at all. So
with Time magazine.
no, fashion magazines. I was thinking of that video I saw earlier this week of Dylan O'Brien at New York Fashion Week on the runway, and he was walking a dog.
What?
What?
Nice.
Crazy. That was the last thing I expected to come out of her mouth. Crazy.
To another point, oh my god, I was about to say something.
You should never be
Forgot.
surprised what comes out of my mouth. Crazy things happen.
Magazines.
All
We're
right,
talking
keep
about magazines
going.
and
We can
Lewis.
keep going.
Yeah.
No.
Next.
To Nico. Okay.
Forgot. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Is that we agree, both of them are like magazine cover material.
Oh,
And
you could do a
Ferrari
funny one, Valtteri.
all, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ferrari all off season posted all about like Lewis and Leclerc and basically
every photo of theirs was like.
yeah,
was
it was
basically on the
insane.
cover of a magazine.
It was
Yep.
like if their racing was as good as
Is
her
there PR?
PR, like they would win already. It's like the hype
Crazy.
and the aura.
They
said
they
that.
do
Way
the PR
far
to
ahead.
combat
too
the
big.
strategy.
That's exactly.
Yeah. So everybody that's like not really a fan but have heard of it think Ferrari's really good because they saw
Yeah.
all the PR.
Yeah, because the
And then
PR,
they actually look up the results and are like, man, Lewis
the PR is a
intense."
distraction method.
Absolutely.
They said distract.
I'd kill to
They're
be on their PR team.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
said they're really good at
Strategy
it.
team, not so much.
Yeah.
What if they switch places? PR strategy becomes strategy for the race. Race strategy becomes PR. Let's see what happens.
So
Their
what would,
stocks are gonna
what
go
would,
down.
like, a Ferrari post be then? Like Lewis promoting, I don't know, like a furniture company. Like remember when Haas was sponsored by
Yes.
1&1? The
Do you remember the boat?
Yeah, the boat.
The boat.
Gunther Steiner was
Oh my
selling a
God.
kid's playset.
That was hysterical.
Like
Oh my
that's
gosh.
that would be
I need Charles to
bottom
come out with his
tier
merch.
PR if like a furniture company
Every time he puts out
sponsored
merch, do you
Ferrari.
remember when I guess it was the Monaco drop. When
No,
it was
but
like,
that
oh my God,
that
I'm so
wasn't like
excited.
merch. That was a Ferrari like collection.
No, but
I
that's
want
what I
him
mean.
to
But do you
drop
remember when it was
merch.
like, oh my God, who put out merch, and then it was like the
The
drop, and it was
prices?
the $1,000s, and it was like,
Yes,
never mind.
I remember that.
Yeah, what do you mean
Never mind.
$750 for a pair of socks?
I'm also waiting for
was like,
Lek
never
to
mind.
come to the U.S.
I
Yes.
want his ice cream
so bad.
bad.
Yes. Oh, but no, like if you go on Charles's Instagram, there's a thingy. I mean, not Instagram. His like website. Yeah, there's like been a thingy for a couple months that says like merch coming soon,
Yeah.
Interesting.
like, and stuff. And I'm like, I
don't
need it. Drop it
understand why
now.
he doesn't have merch yet.
Ferrari.
He's one of the most popular drivers.
It's a Ferrari
It's
thing.
a Ferrari thing.
Because like,
I know.
it's a contract
when you're a
thing.
driver at Ferrari, you can't have your own like merch lines and things because you go through Ferrari. Ferrari is its own style brand.
Yeah.
So they're like, you have to like sign your contract to where it lets you.
But what I don't understand is like Lewis has just signed that deal with Lululemon.
That was definitely in his contract
Yeah.
that he was allowed to do any
That's what I
fashion
mean.
stuff he wanted.
Mhm.
He
Which
wanted
drives me nuts that
that Charles isn't.
Yeah.
I,
Like, he does all this
How
other
long
crazy
ago did
stuff.
Charles sign that contract? What, like 3-4 years ago?
Yeah.
Basically, since
So,
he
like,
joined
He's a
Ferrari.
deal
Yeah,
signed in
he's
blood
just
at this
been-
So
point.
he
Yeah.
just needs to go in
For
there
real.
and adjust it if he
That
can.
is
But I don't know
signed
if he has to
Ferrari
wait.
Probably
red
make it
blood.
blood.
Yeah,
Yes.
his
but I
blood
highly
bleeds
doubt
Rosa
it.
Corsa.
yeah. All right, the next one I think is unanimous. Teacher's pet.
George.
He's literally the
This is what they
head
said too.
hall monitor
Head hall monitor.
Yeah.
of the
Yes.
GDPA. So yeah, that's a
Every time I think of like George, like teacher's pet, when like he's complaining about Max.
I think of that
video
time.
of him like
Yeah.
being like, anytime he doesn't get his way, that video is like ingrained in my brain.
Also, like how like people go, he got his seat at Mercedes because he walked into Toto's and gave a PowerPoint that gives like teacher's pet. He's
Yeah.
like, "Hi Toto, listen to my PowerPoint, please."
or the rookie of the year for that year, that PowerPoint too.
yeah, he was like, "Nah,
the
guys,
facts.
I'm
No.
yeah,
Facts.
said facts."
The next one for me is also accurate. Sports all around. Carlos.
100%.
100%. There's
Who
no
did
one
he
else that
also
comes to
say-
mind.
Who was it?
There are
Nico?
some competitors. Maybe
Nico's pretty
Nico.
competitive.
If
yeah.
Valtteri was on the
Competitive.
grid, Valtteri would be a good option.
I can
Valtteri.
tell you who's definitely not on that list.
Charles.
Max, Charles,
He can't do
Gabby.
any other
They're all
sports.
terrible.
Charles cannot.
Ollie.
Charles can't. Golf.
Ollie. They have no hand-eye coordination.
Yeah.
Lando
outside
is
of
like
the car,
mid.
which is funny.
Carlos is really good. I mean,
Lando's
obviously
mid.
we know
Lando's
he
up
played-
there.
Yeah, Lando's up
He
there.
played paddleball, which is
He does
platform
paddle. He does
tennis,
golf. He does a
if
couple other random
people wanna call it
things.
that. He's really good at ping pong too.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think
Apparently.
Carlos for an answer
Carlos,
is
for
correct.
sure.
Is good.
Yeah.
Musical maestro. Did they say Lewis?
They said
Half of them
Charles.
said Lewis.
Lewis
The other half said
was-
Charles. A couple of them
He's
didn't
a rapper
say
for one song.
either of them. They said like other things.
I
made
definitely
one
think it's
song.
Charles.
No,
Lewis made
Lewis
one
says
song.
he's written music and things like that. He just hasn't published any of it.
Yeah,
but no,
but
the
that
answer
doesn't
is
count.
Charles.
Well, he sang in a song.
Some of them
too.
said
Yes.
Liam.
Oh, some of them did say Liam, and they were
He
like,
plays the
he's
guitar.
Yeah, he does play the
Liam.
guitar and
Good
sing.
option.
Liam.
This might be a hot take, but I put Liam above Lewis on my list of musicals.
I think they're about tied. That's valid.
Mention
Who's your honorable mention?
when Vettel would sing on the radio.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that 2008 video they made at the end of the season with like "Welcome to the Black Parade" or whatever. That's a fun watch.
Yeah. Last
The
but
answer
not
is
least,
Charles. Can I
zombie
start on this one?
apocalypse. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They said Max.
They said
which
Max.
I think is valid.
And
but-
I understand the reasoning, but they are wrong.
Period.
The
Period.
correct answer is Kimi Antonelli. And let me tell you why. So, since his Prema days, before he was in, like, F2, like, because he skipped the F3, so, like, at least, like, 2 or 3 years ago, they have video of him saying, in, like, random videos, he's like, no, guys, I gotta prep for the zombie apocalypse. Like, they were putting something on a thingy, there was a blank sheet, and Kimi went, oh, wait, no, let me take that. I need that for my zombie apocalypse. I need that for my zombie apocalypse prep. I'll bring in my
full
spreadsheet
plan.
tomorrow of my zombie apocalypse for you guys can all see. And like they were on a track walk, I think in F2 last year, and he was like, "No, guys, you got to prepare for the zombie apocalypse." And he's like, "This is my zombie apocalypse plan. Blah 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 blah. And with this, I will survive." And no, man's been planning for the zombie apocalypse for years. He is ready.
I fear he would take one swing at somebody and then die.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
all I'm saying is who
At
is
least he has a
prepped
plan.
more for the
Nobody
zombie
He has a
apocalypse
plan that
is
would
Kimi.
fail.
Nobody else
Yeah.
is prepping.
I
If he
think
gets someone else to execute it with him.
Lewis.
I think Lewis. I think that honestly, if you put like the best combination would be Kimmy's plan with Max's
Yeah.
resources.
Yeah, because that was
Yes.
Alex's thing, I think. He was like, who has a PJ?
Max.
And he was like, Max.
Alonso,
It's
Max
Alonso
and
and Max.
Alonso. Alonso could be a good
Yeah,
one.
because Alex's
Alonso is the
plan
only other
was
driver
you
who has
hop
a
on your
private jet.
PJ. I've started saying that now. I like it. Instead of
PJ,
private jet,
private
PJ.
jet.
You know, you hop on your PJ and you go to a deserted island. You go to an island on your own, and that's how you survive. And
Yeah.
until they learn how to swim, yeah, that works great.
Literally just watched Wednesday, and they literally had a zombie, like a killer zombie.
No
in
spoilers.
it.
I haven't gotten all the way through season 2.
You don't have to watch it to know that there's a killer zombie. It was
Oh, is that season 1?
Season 2.
I haven't seen season 2 yet.
Well, there's a killer zombie in it.
Spoilers.
It's not a spoiler.
There's a killer zombie. I'm not telling you what happens.
I don't
She's
remember
just
the
saying
zombie.
that there is
There
a
is
killer.
Oh,
killer
I
zombie.
do remember the zombie.
See, it's not a spoiler.
I am like halfway through, guys.
It's so
I'm a little slow
good.
today.
But after seeing that, I can tell you, Kimmy's not surviving that shit.
I think Kimmy would. Yeah, you
that
underestimate
zombie.
him.
You see,
Yeah.
Not
he,
that
he has a
zombie.
plan. He has a plan.
He has a plan. He just
Right.
needs to be able to execute it, and he's
Yeah.
I
good.
mean,
Especially
like,
if
Botas
the Walking
doesn't-
Dead zombies, like what type of
Botas
zombies?
is a good option.
Botas doesn't
Botas?
need a plan because they already live in Finland. Who's going to Finland?
Nobody's gonna find him.
Exactly.
He'll get
No,
on
for
his
real.
reindeer.
I'm so hungry.
I
Yeah,
still think it's great that he has a pet
exactly.
reindeer.
Exactly.
Crazy.
I love
Reindeer.
obscure pets.
Reindeer.
What's the reindeer's name? Like,
I don't know.
I want to say it starts with an R.
I didn't even know they had a reindeer.
Yeah,
I
Valtteri
didn't even-
Bottas has a
I mean,
reindeer.
I recall this, but I don't.
Guys, keep up
don't
with your
remember.
lawyer.
All right. That was yearbook. Before we kind of wrap for the day, we also wanted to briefly talk about McLaren. Again,
This was
Did we want
so
to?
weird.
Or
Chrissy
are we
didn't
last
want
told to talk about
but
And
things?
because
Max even
Jason
laughed
and
about
Sydney weren't on the last race,
No.
I wanted to give them a platform to talk about how they feel about McLaren going into the future, the decisions they've made.
Mhm.
If Jason, you want to kick us off?
Yeah, sure.
Mm.
So I understand it is that McLaren basically told the drivers like, "Oh, we're gonna hold position. You know, you both come in for the spots." Now McLaren's pit crew messes up and one goes in front of the other, not because of anything the drivers did, but because the team messed up. Now, if you look at it, one, the team said they're gonna hold position. Two, the team accidentally changed that. So what do? Team orders and they swap it back. Makes sense, right? But it's kind of weird where, like, you know, Piastri, he could have straight up said no. But he said, you know what? I need the team. I'm going to need the team eventually. Team orders are going to have to go my way eventually later in the year. And if this happened to me, I'm going to listen and make it work out. So I think it was fair. It's kind of funny in the moment, but I think it's okay.
I did not find it funny at the moment. I found it very stressful.
Are you
personally.
more of a Lando fan or Oscar fan?
Oh, she's a huge.
She's
Lando.
Lando.
If
You're
Lando
more
leaves
Lando?
McLaren, I leave McLaren.
All right, well, he gained points because of the team orders. So
I know, but
That's okay.
like,
I think it's crazy. I think also Max's reaction is like just so on
Yeah.
par because I think it's just like you're out there to
It-
race.
it's something that never happens. Yeah.
You're out
Yeah.
there to race,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
like if you're gonna go and you're gonna race, it's like it's up to you to decide how you want to go and respond to the team and how you want to play with your teammate. But at the same time, are you gonna like respond to your teammate that way, or
Yeah.
are you gonna do it in your best interest? Like
You
you're
see,
in a, you're in a
Max
title
doesn't
I'll
fight.
repeat what
listen.
I said. You're in a
Max
team
doesn't
fight.
Max doesn't
Stupid
listen.
decision.
I do I said this last week. I think my only thing is how far does it go, because I understand fair, and for this particular situation, I'm okay with it. Like there's no
Yeah.
thing, and like there's no reason also when situations like this arise for anyone to be mad at one driver or the other driver. It has nothing to do with the drivers, it's all team. And I think part of it was they said we're gonna box you first. They told Lando we're gonna box you first, and Lando said no, box Oscar first
and
to
we can-
cover Charles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
And
in
they
my
went,
head
okay.
that was problem number one, and I say that because I think Lando is too nice.
Yes.
And I said because he never should have prioritized Oscar in any way. You should be thrilled
You're fighting.
if Charles finishes ahead of Oscar. And until that, because I think Oscar still has that mentality slightly. He's still playing the team game, but he still has that mentality of like, no matter what, I need to beat Lando, and who cares if that's at the expense of Lando? I think in some ways, not like hardcore, but in some ways. And so I think like, how far does it go to like, we're in Abu Dhabi, they're even on points. Whoever takes the cake, whoever wins, or whoever's second, whatever, is going to win. We make a mistake in the pit lane, now you're going to ask me to invert and give up the championship. It's never going to happen.
No.
It's never going to happen.
Well-
Neither Oscar nor Lando are going to give that up. So
Yeah.
if you wouldn't do it in Abu Dhabi, why would you do it here?
Who
Is
was
my
it?
like.
Who was the former champion who said that? I forget who it was.
I
I'm
think
not
it was
gonna.
Nico.
No,
I
it wasn't.
remember Nico
it wasn't
Rosberg
Nico.
saying
There was
something.
a former champion who said about how the championship was decided because of a mistake in the pit lane. What, are they gonna ask me to give my championship back or something like that? I saw him like I can't remember
don't
who
remember.
it was.
what's it?
It was come from like, I was a champion from years ago, so it wasn't like a former champion that like we constantly
I
talk
will bring
about.
up. Can I bring up a funny meme at least?
Sure.
Well, it's like I don't like the situation, but this meme is funny. How everyone's going Lando. They're going Oscar. Lando has broken up with his girlfriend. You must now break up with your girlfriend.
It's like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
That's funny, but like
I really think it is the thing where it's like, how far will this go? Because it's like, yeah, it's like you both do have the mentality and they're both good guys. And it's like, two number one drivers. But it's like, you can't have that.
Yeah, somebody's
Yeah.
got to
In
win
the
at the
beginning
end
of
of
the
the
year,
day.
put them in a stupid.
Beginning of the
stupid
year, sure, you
situation.
want to get the team far. You want to get out ahead. You want to keep the team going, get the constructors title going. But when you're getting this far into the season and you're going to get
Yeah.
further into the championship and into the constructors and championship title, you can't have this.
I think it's also again because they brought up last year, guys. Last year's over.
Yeah.
Why are we
New
bringing
year.
last year
Yeah.
to next year? So
New
like,
year.
New year.
next year are they going to try and bring up anything
year.
from this year?
Next year's
Yeah.
our year.
And it's like I think McLaren needs to get it together and stop doing this to their drivers.
Like this
I
papaya
think-
rules, I'm over it.
Yeah, I think the final
Over.
also consideration is the fact that no one's challenging them for the constructors. That is theirs.
yeah,
Mathematically, I think someone could still win, but like
Yeah.
it's not.
I mean,
It's- let's be
if
for
I'm
real.
McLaren, I mean that's the whole point of like team orders is to make sure you win the constructors championship.
Yeah.
Well, that's done.
That's
Yeah.
done. It's
so
over.
now moving forward, I think McLaren, their only goal is to keep it as fair as possible between the two
So you
drivers.
don't destroy the cars.
Right?
Yeah,
They're
and
like
to
if the
them,
team
that
makes a
was
mistake
fair.
or if the team
because
reorders the cars outside of the driver's controls, then they should try and fix that, right? And that's what they did this past race, and I don't fully disagree with that.
No.
No, I don't
Yeah.
either. I think that moving forward, I think the lesson for McLaren is maybe we're not one team anymore. We're two.
I think their main issue is just their wording on everything. They need
yes,
to
they need to be very
They
clear.
need to set precedent.
they need to
for
go
the
to their own
future.
PR training
Exactly.
or maybe Ferrari's PR training and like learn how better to
Yeah.
They need to sign
speak.
Hugo Boss and go on a photo shoot with both their drivers.
Drive to
think
Survive's gonna have
That's
a
it.
Yeah,
I don't want
field
I
day.
I think
I don't
it's
want to see
like
that.
it's like there's no longer the
Not
question of
appreciated.
like that that question they posted, the thing they posted on of like we're gonna pit you and then we'll pit Oscar, whatever. It's like from McLaren's point of view, I think from moving forward, you've secured the constructors. It's I don't give a fuck what Oscar's doing unless it's going to directly affect me. Like if there was no way, even if Oscar pitted first without any kind of other intervention, which is why I was like, for this specific situation, it doesn't matter. Like it doesn't. I think they did the right thing.
Yeah, I think
But if it hadn't been for the bad pit stop, no matter where Oscar pitted, he wasn't going to undercut Lando naturally. So
somehow I think I remember them talking about it where
I
Lando
think-
would still come out at the front
yeah,
if he pitted second behind Oscar
Yeah.
before the issues.
before the
probably
issue.
that was the
So,
only reason he was okay with it.
Yeah, but like I think they just need to operate separately. It's like we're gonna do this, you're gonna do that.
Oscar's what
Like,
30. I'm looking at the points. difference, right? Sorry,
31,
31 points ahead of Lando right now.
yeah,
But
which
that can change. One person has car problems. That can
Yeah.
change.
What I do think is kind of funny is last year there was the 40 points between Lando and Max, and everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, title fight!" And now there's 30 points between Lando
Well-
and Oscar, and they're like, "Guys, the fight's over." I'm
Well-
like, "Guys, the
Fight
fight
is
is not
not
over."
it's not over. I think the consideration for people is who is driving better, and I still think it's Oscar.
Marina and I were just talking about this. I said
Yeah,
I
in
think
the car.
Oscar's a lot more disciplined, and I think because of that, he has his sights a lot more set.
Yeah.
And I think he would be the one out of the two to disregard the team
I think
orders.
Lando this year
Oh,
has
yeah.
definitely come into a much better mindset.
I
This
think
year
he is.
than
absolutely.
compared.
He's gotten a lot better
He's
over the
still
years.
a strong driver. That's not to say
But-
he's
Yeah.
terrible. I
I
think
think-
Oscar has the edge on him. But
I
that's not,
think
yeah.
Oscar's gotten there a lot faster, and I think he's gotten a lot more
And I think
grounded. a
that
lot better.
perception of Oscar has the edge on him is why people are so like
It's picking at him.
it's why people have that mentality of like, oh, it's over, you know. Whereas, and I think also because they're in the same machinery, so you have to outdrive your teammate, whether that be in a quali lap or actually during the race or out strategy. But the problem is we don't have those strategy differences because the teams aren't involving
not doing
themselves in
that.
that, which is
Yeah.
why I said in my opinion, it needs to be two separate teams. But
So like related but unrelated. if depending on who wins, what number are they going with next year? Is it going to be? Are they going to replace their numbers for the 1? Or are they going to keep? Their
I think
numbers?
so.
I
I think Lando might not, but
I
I
can
think
see
Oscar
Lando
would
going
definitely.
either way.
I
Oscar,
could-
he's going 1.
I think
Oscar's
Lando
on
would go one.
I think Lando could
Which
go
is why
either
I
way.
think seeing
'cause-
Max race with
With
the
I
Well,
just
Oh my
regardless
gosh!
of
Can I
whether-
make you sad? I'm gonna make you
Why?
sad. I saw a thing and they were like, "This is the first time 33 will be on the racetrack without 3."
Aw. I did see a thing where people were starting to debate whether or not Max would want 33 back or he'd want 3. Because when he came to F1, he
Oh my
wanted
God.
3.
I think he
Has it been long
33.
enough? Because you have to wait 3 years.
I think it's been when next season starts, it'll have. I think technically, I think it's 2 years.
That's 3.
Is it 3?
I could have sworn it
I
was
think
3.
he'd want 33
I
back
think he would
anyway,
want 33 back because
Daniel's
that's
number.
his history.
Yeah.
But I did think it was an interesting conversation because he did come into F1 wanting 3. Daniel had it, so he was like
He
double
went
3,
33.
double. He went
Yeah.
33. So I thought that was interesting.
I think he'd go for 33 anyway.
Let's briefly talk about the rookies.
Love the rookies.
Do we have a rookie of the year yet?
No.
I think it'd be Isaac.
A clear one?
Yeah, Hadjar
really
I
has
think
we've
really
got
impressed.
Isaac.
Isaac's a
he-
high
I think-
contender. Yes.
I think it was originally going to be Kimmy,
but he's
Yeah.
gone off
and
so bad.
not even that he's going off, but I think that because he's in the better machinery, people would want to give it to him. but
Mercedes is working backwards.
Well, they
Look,
have
they are.
higher expectations.
Mercedes
they have the
works
higher
backwards.
expectations.
Yeah.
They're working backwards, and then look at Isaac.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't deny
You
it.
you can't deny what he's doing.
Isaac is in the better Red Bull car.
And
That's true.
so
I would.
If he gets that call, deny it.
Deny
no,
it.
I've seen things where it's like, Isaac, you lost your phone. It's in Lake Como. Sorry, helmet. I didn't get your phone
I didn't
call.
get your
I lost
call."
my phone. You didn't get my new number.
Yeah. Yeah.
And just make that happen every week.
Yeah.
And then just go no phone. Be like, sorry, I don't have
I don't
So I don't
phone.
believe in technology
Call my
anymore.
agent.
I think
I keep dropping them in lakes. You know how it is.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
do away
keep getting
with it.
stolen. Like
Yeah. I think as much as Kimmy has like slightly disappointed, I think the underperformer is still by far Franco.
Oh,
Yeah.
Frank.
And
Yeah.
maybe Ollie.
Franco.
As much as I know
Well,
you
Ollie-
hate when
Franco,
you
Ollie-
say
I
it.
don't care.
Ollie's like midfield in the rookies right
If
now.
you had to choose a rookie to fire, it'd
Franco.
be Franco.
It'd be Frank.
Yeah,
I
I
do not
agree.
care about Franco.
But
honestly.
my only issue is I don't want Paul Aaron in the car because I don't want this year. I don't want Paul Aaron in the car
He's not
this
getting an
year.
Eddie car anytime soon.
Thing
Well,
is,
they
I think
either
they're
have to
gonna
put
pull from F2.
well, if they get rid of Franco, they either have to put Paul in or Jack.
I'd rather
It's
Jack
probably gonna
back
be
for
Jack.
now.
I'd rather
I'd
Jack
I'd rather
back
Jack
than him.
back.
I'd rather have Jack
I
back.
don't think Jack got the time in the car that he
Colton
needed,
Herta.
and I think that the whole debacle with the whole switching in and out of the cars was a whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'd rather have Franco. I hate saying it. I love Logan Sargent, and his whole motorsport journey has been insane.
Oh my gosh, when's his next race?
I don't know,
I think it's
but
next week.
I'm glad he's back in motorsport. But sidetrack. I think when Franco came in for him, it was a whole wow, look at this guy. And then obviously Jack came in, and I think there was always we want Franco instead. So Jack never even had the time.
Franco also
Yeah.
brings in more money because of the
That's what I
sponsors.
mean.
Yeah.
So that's
There
why
was
they're
never
just like, nah.
an opportune time for Jack to develop.
Because the person in charge is Flavio Briatore, guys.
Exactly.
When it comes to money,
Well,
Flavio
there was
Briatore.
there was never a good chance for Jack to
It's
actually
never a good
drive.
environment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as
That's
soon
why I
as
don't want Paul in
he
it.
doesn't do well for a race or two, and he gets kicked. So I don't know. I just never really had a feeling about Franco.
Is
Yeah.
Nico's contract past next year?
Hulkenberg?
Yeah, or is
Yes.
it this year?
It's 26, I think.
Okay.
I think both him and Gabby are till
I
26.
was just thinking when he might retire.
Probably 26.
I'd
Because I'd be,
probably
I'd be
27.
fine with putting Paul in Audi.
Yeah.
I think he'd do well. I think they want the more experienced
Yeah.
drivers for the younger team, though.
Yeah. I think that
They wouldn't do two younger
I think that
drivers.
Franco is losing on two fronts. Firstly, obviously the performance. But secondly, I think PR-wise, like Alpine has made themselves irrelevant. Like
Oh, yeah.
genuinely
I forget Franco's in the car until
Yeah.
you brought it up 10
'Cause,
minutes
yeah,
ago. 5.
Pierre does his own stuff
Yeah.
separately. He posts about Simba, he posts whatever. I feel like I don't see any Alpine content
They did at first.
at first,
And
but
then it
then they
disappeared.
just disappeared.
Then they had their
So,
issues.
I think that
so I think they're
doesn't help
trying to
either.
stay on the low because the team principal issues. Because like
Yeah.
their team
But you
principal
can't- you still gotta
is
stay
wanted by
relevant.
the police.
Yeah.
So he left and all that. So they were kind of like, maybe if we just like hide away, they'll forget about us, which did happen. But
Yeah.
at the same time, they forgot about you.
Yeah. I think the last rookie's comment is who surprised you the most? Maybe besides Isaac. I think because Isaac, I think, surprised everyone.
Gabby's kind of an in between.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I expected
disappointed
Gabby to
me.
do one.
Disappointed me in the beginning, and then he started
Yeah,
to creep
that's what
up.
I
I
was gonna say,
expected
too.
him to do well, but I didn't think he'd do that well in a steak. Like
I
I
didn't
think
he
we
did
just
well at all.
Steak's done better,
We
though.
all undermined steak, which means we all undermined Gabby at the beginning.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's kind of how it goes.
I think I didn't expect Gabby to score points this year.
no.
I didn't expect Steak to score
I
points this year.
expected Gabby to
Very
maybe
fair.
get like 1 point.
Never less a podium. So
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
think it's Gabby.
All right, before we wrap, predictions for Baku. Tristan used to always start, so I'm going to give that token to Jason now.
Oh, great.
Throw you on the spot.
Well, last time I went for the Hail Mary and said Lewis was going to win, and then he won free practice 1. So we're going to leave
Oh, how
that there.
cute.
So, well, who would be good in Baku? High-speed straights. I mean, the Ferraris are good in a straight line. That's why they're good in Monaco. But so was Max Verstappen, and only him. So we're going Max 1, Charles 2, and it has to be Oscar 3.
Okay. I like it. Sydney?
I'm going to say similar to that. I don't really know exact positions, but I am going to say I think the Ferraris will do well this weekend. I don't know if they're bringing any upgrades. I don't know if anybody's really bringing upgrades this
Yeah, I
weekend.
think
Ferrari
almost
stopped
all of them
upgrading
I
their
know
cars,
almost everyone
so-
is done.
I was going to say, I
Yeah.
know a lot of times power units change around, but I know a lot of them
that's true.
change this. Did they change in Monza? I know
yeah,
they changed.
a couple people changed power
I was
units.
gonna
Lewis
say-
changed.
I was going to say, I know a
Lewis
lot of
did.
them changed in Monza.
Yeah.
But so hopefully we see something change. So hopefully the Ferraris do well. I'm hoping Oscar will pull it out. If Lando did better, in quotes, this time I think Oscar.
Christina did not like that.
Then I'm gonna say Oscar, and then I think Max will pull out something on the podium.
Okay, guys.
I'm gonna pull the same 3 there, and then I think I'm gonna hope for Isaac pulling something in the top 5 to 10.
Yeah, I like
remember,
it.
as I always say, Delulu is the Sululu. I think ideally it'll be Max and Charles, P1, P2. I don't know which way. And then Lando will be P3.
Okay. This might be crazy, but
Crazier than mine? I don't think so.
Yes.
Oh,
We have a history. We have never once gotten the top 3 right. Not once. So I've just gone on a streak these last couple podcasts where I don't really care, and I'm just gonna could be totally hit or miss. I'm definitely going Max, and then
Shocker.
Charles.
Oh,
I'm not putting a McLaren on the podium.
I'm okay. I'm gonna be
I-
honest.
George Russell.
If Charles is on the
P3. There's
if-
no other option.
If
George.
Charles is on the podium, I'm okay with no McLaren on the
Sneaky
podium.
George.
That's how my life works, guys. If Charles is on the podium in a 1 or 2,
So
We don't
Jason's
need a-
gonna like this.
we don't need a McLaren.
I'm gonna go Max, Charles,
Lewis?
Lewis.
Oh, called it.
Wow. I'm surprised.
I would
I don't
like
know.
Guys, she's
I would
learning
like
from me.
that.
Yeah.
Sululu is the Sululu.
I would really like that. I would come
Listen,
in next week.
it would be great.
Happy as hell.
hell.
I think
You said sports night. Put me on.
Sports night, let's go.
Let's go.
I would come in baseball, like F1. Let's go.
Let's go. I love it.
And there's no football next week, so I'd have energy.
Yeah, dude. Football's been crazy.
I wouldn't know.
I'm so
so
tired.
tired.
Me and Sydney both work football, so we're both
I got to
exhausted.
sleep in today. There was no races.
I could've.
It's great.
Could have if I didn't have
didn't.
1,000 things to do.
My phone was blowing up this morning. I
I
didn't
got,
get sleep.
I got
Same.
nothing this weekend. I did my homework already. That's due tonight. It's crazy.
Figure out how I'm going home.
Well, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed our first podcast with 3 girls. I've always been outnumbered. It felt so nice to be 3-on-1 this time.
Suck it, Jason.
Thank you.
But thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned on our socials at Lights on Latest on Instagram and TikTok, and we will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.
All right.